Hello everyone, my name is Allison, I'm representing the United States, and I am here today to talk to you about something very near and dear to my heart, Little Mix. Now, if you're not familiar with Jesy, Jade, Perrie, and Leigh Anne, don't worry because I'm about to tell you the Little Mix story. Our Little Mix journey begins in the summer of 2011 when the four girls auditioned as solo artists for X Factor UK. Perrie sang You Oughta Know, Jesy sang Bust Your Windows, Leigh Anne sang Only Girl, and Jade, who was auditioning for the X Factor for the third time, sang I Wanna Hold Your Hand. X Factor Boot Camp was where things got a little crazy. The four girls were eliminated as solo artists, but the judges decided that they were too good to get rid of, so they put the girls into two separate groups, which were then both eliminated again. But the judges put the four of them together to form Little Mix, who were then called Rhythmics. I'll get to that later. So they made it to judges' houses, and they went to Talisa's house in Greece, where they performed for Talisa and Jesy J. They sang Big Girls Don't Cry and Cry Me a River, which featured an incredible rap by Leigh Anne with beatboxing from Jesy. They made Jesy J cry. Little Mix broke the curse of the girl band on the X Factor, but they did have some speed bumps along the way. First of all, during week 4 of the competition, they had to change their name because a charity stepped forward and said that they had already claimed the name Rhythmics, so the girls couldn't have it. After much deliberation, they changed their name to Little Mix, which is the name that we have grown to know and love. The girls made it all the way to the finale, where they sang Cannonball, and it was amazing. Life taught me to die, so it's not hard to fall when you flow like a cannonball. And then they made X Factor history by being the first ever group to win the competition. So that was a brief summary of 2011. Now let's move on to 2012, which was an insane year for them. First, they went on the X Factor tour, which there are a lot of good video diaries from, so I recommend that you watch them all. They made an amazing a cappella version of End of Time, which I recommend you all listen to immediately. I wanna be the one to kiss you at night. I will love you till the end of time. And then, in the spring of 2012, Perrie started dating none other than One Direction's Zayn Malik. This caused a lot of drama because at first, all the One Direction fans were like, hold up, this is not okay, Zayn should date me. But then everyone was like, wait a minute, Perrie Edwards is gorgeous and phenomenal. I'm gonna listen to Little Mix. They are amazing. I love them all. Let's all be happy together. And that's pretty much where everyone still is. So now it's July and the girls finally have their first single, Wings. And now here's all I have to say about Wings. If you listen to that and you do not feel empowered, I don't know what your problem is. On October 1st, the girls released the lyric video for their second single, DNA. I remember that night I set my alarm for when it was coming out in the UK, which was like, you know, at some point in the middle of the night in the US. And I woke up and I listened to it, and it was so good that I went into cardiac arrest. Oh, and my heart won't beat again if I can't feel him in my veins. No need to question, I already know. It's in his DNA. There's also an amazing a cappella version of DNA that everyone needs to listen to immediately. It's in his DNA, and it's in his DNA. It's in his DNA, DNA. I know I keep saying that everything is incredible and amazing and that you need to listen to it right now, but that's because it's true. So if you haven't yet, please take my advice. November 19th was one of the biggest days in Little Mix history because that is the day that their debut album, also called DNA, was released. The only word that I can use to describe this album is perfection. It has everything. It has beatboxing, it has rapping, it has a member of TLC, it has I can't even, everything, just everything. Turn Your Face will make you cry, guaranteed. I basically cry every single time I listen to it. In my memory, I was hurting long before we met. Oh. And Case Closed, which is a bonus track, is the greatest song ever made, ever. And whenever I listen to it, I have to listen to it at least 3 times in a row. Got your fingerprints as evidence all on my body. Put your right hand on the book and you were found guilty. I can't wait forever, but that's how it's gonna be. For me, there'll never be case closed. So that was 2012. And even though 2013 has only been going on for, what, 6 weeks, the girls have already had an amazing year, and it's only going to get better. The girls are currently on their first ever headlining tour. It is only in the UK, but I'll live with just videos of it on YouTube. A couple weeks ago, the girls released their 3rd video for their single, Change Your Life, which also is very empowering and inspirational, and I like to listen to on my way to work every day to get me pumped up. Here comes the good news for US mixers. Wings was finally released for download on iTunes US last week, so if you haven't already and you're from the US or Canada, download a copy immediately and jam all day. Come to the US, especially Boston.